Well, what is going on, gang? Welcome back. It is lovely to have you here. I've got something absolutely not new on the table, but new to us. This actually belongs to my lovely wife, Women Carry Knives. We recently went to lunch with a good friend of ours over on Instagram. He goes by Napster Ninja. Really just a great guy all the way around. We ended up doing some knife trading / purchase. Anyway, we got some stuff. And so the next few videos you're going to see, 3 actually, are stuff that we picked up from Napster. But this one really appealed to my wife, Women Carry Knives. And I mean, it's pretty obvious to see why. It is right in her wheelhouse. Size, all of it, right? This is a Les George design. My all-time favorite ZT anywhere for any reason is a Les George design. That, of course, is the 0920. This is the 0900, if I hadn't said that already. The 0900, what are we, 7 years ago? Yeah, 2016, 2017. It's just one that we never added to the collection, but here it is. Now, these are, unfortunately, I don't think you'll be able to find one of these. I've seen them around in the gray and in the yellowish titanium, but not the blue. So, but you know, used market is what it is. Let's take a look at what you get. First, and I have not seen this before, stamped on the side right there, it says 0 tolerance. You, of course, get some little bit of billboarding on the blade. That's kind of a ZT thing. This is the 0900 Blue George Design S35VN. It's very comfortable. Even though it is a 3-finger knife for me, it is very comfortable. I really enjoy this thing. It's a little old school in a couple of ways. One, it's got a really large flipper. Modern knives tend to have less flipper, but man, does it fire out for it. It's got a lovely swedge across the top. It's a reasonably thick slice of S35VN, as you can see. This is CPM 20 CV, but these are almost the same. In fact, they are the same thickness of blade stock. And you can definitely see the Les George design in those jimps right there at the top of the blade. I don't know, I really like this thing. It's small, it's pokey. It cuts well. This one's got a little bit of a mirror edge on the blade. I'm guessing that Napster did some sharpening here. Let's get the specs out of the way, shall we? We'll do some size comparisons in a minute. The funny thing about this knife is that it immediately went in my wife's pocket, so it's dirty. My wife is absolutely a use your shit kind of person. So, all right, let's take a look. You get 2.5 inches of cutting on just about 2 3/4 inches of S35VN. The grip area from behind that flipper tab is coming in at 1, 2, 3 inches. 3 and almost 3.5 all the way to the end of the knife. Overall length from tip to tail, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a little over 6.5, almost 6 3/4. I know how it looks here, but trust me, down here it's much closer to 6.5. Closed profile, closed length, excuse me, is 1, 2, 3, just about 4 inches, a little short. In the pocket, it does eat up a fair amount of space for a small knife, primarily because of this giant flipper tab. Nick Shabazz used to call these pocket peckers, which makes perfect sense. If you got something in your pocket, this is going to be sort of slapping up against it. But it's, you know, we turn it this way, we're looking at 1.5 inches total. Simple design. No, there is no milling on the inside of this thing. So it's just titanium slabs, S35VN blade. It's got a really terrible ZT clip on it. It looks deep carry, but it's mounted low on the knife. And with those screws, yeah, but it's all right. I do like the jimping. It's grippy without being sharp, which is a really nice touch. Let's do some size comparisons. Since I had it out on the table, here it is against its big brother, the 0920, excuse me, and as you can see, the 900 is considerably smaller. Let's see, what else do we have on the table today? Well, here it is against what is essentially a full-size Griptilian, except this is the MagnaCut Ritter Hogue RSK MK1. And as you can see, the 900 is considerably smaller. Knives that are a little closer in size. This is, of course, the Bug Out, at this point, wildly popular knife. And the Hogue Deca, another amazing knife. And then what else do we have? Oh, and then finally, about a pair of 3. So as you can see, the 900 is a very small knife. I think that's why I never got one. I primarily lean into larger knives, so this really wasn't my size. And my wife's not really much of a ZT person, but this thing is fantastic. And I have to tell you, this is another one of those long line of ZT used to really know what they were doing. They just did. Lately, their whole effort seems to be into remaking older knives in ultra-light versions, which, hey, okay. But that's not really my thing. So if you're on the market or looking for a really durable little chunk of a knife that is surprisingly comfortable because of this shape, even in larger hands, and you find yourself poking around on the second-hand market and you see a 900, you know, I'd say go for it. These are about $240 new. I have no idea what they go for now. It's just a really nice little knife. The frame lock on this one, and of course this, like I said, these are a little old. We're locked up at less than 50%. It looks like it's a little more, but the steel lock bar insert is a little narrower than the piece of titanium right here, so it's actually about 50%, which is not bad for a knife this old. Given how we'll never know how many owners this had or how many different hands it went through, the fact that this is in the shape that it's in after all that time speaks really highly of ZT's, at least their older manufacturing quality. So anyway, this is the 0900, new to the collection. I thought I'd share it with you guys. If you have any questions about this or any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.